Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Strong as You Think. Today, I want to talk about something I call the 50-50 of emotion. Okay. And basically, that's just the fact that as human beings, we're going to basically experience 50% of the time negative emotion and 50% of the time positive emotion. That's just the way it is. That's how we're built. Unfortunately, I think that so many of us have an expectation to feel positive emotion a lot more of the time. I think that we're told that if we are doing things right, we're going to feel good most of the time. And I think that expectation is false. That's just not how life works. I even think that there are times that we want to choose to feel some negative emotion. Let's think about it. If you have a loved one who passes away, who dies, do you want to feel happy about that? Maybe. Maybe there are some things positive about it. They were ill and they're not suffering anymore. You may feel happy about that, but you are probably sad because you're going to miss that person. There's probably going to be some grief involved, and you probably want to choose that because it makes sense. That's something that human beings feel, right? So I think that there is probably some times that we do want to feel some negative emotion, some sadness or grief. It makes sense. That's part of the human experience. Another, what some people call a negative emotion, is discomfort. So, why would we want to feel discomfort? So, don't we feel discomfort a lot of times when we try to do something new, when we go outside of our comfort zone? Outside of our comfort zone, we're in discomfort. But in order to do something new, in order to do something often that we want to do, it's going to involve a level of discomfort. And that probably feels like a negative emotion sometimes. But in order to make our lives bigger, we need to experience these things. So let me show you. So on my board here, I have a circle divided in half. Half of it's positive, half of it's negative. But look what happens if we decide to experience more negative emotion. So I've increased the side of the negative emotion, okay? That's when we've decided we're going to experience some sadness and grief and some discomfort, okay? So that side of the circle gets better. But if we remember, the rule is 50-50 of emotion, right? So if our negative side of the circle gets bigger, if we're staying at 50-50, then the positive side of the circle gets bigger. And our capacity to feel things like love, right? Happiness, maybe even excitement. That all increases as well as we allow ourselves to experience the negative emotions of life. So it's 50-50. To increase our capacity as a human being, if we allow ourselves to feel more negative emotions, we open ourselves up to the capacity to feel more positive emotions. Okay. And that doesn't mean that we're just going to uh, invite a whole lot of sadness or like simmer in it and really say, okay, I want more happiness. So I'm going to push more sadness in my life. And I don't think it works exactly like that. But when something like allowing ourselves discomfort, right? Or not pushing the sadness and grief away. I think we think that we can get rid of it sometimes. We say, this doesn't feel good. I don't want to feel it anymore. So instead of actually experiencing it for a time, maybe giving ourselves some time to experience it, we just push it under. And it's kind of like a beach ball in a pool. Those blow up beach balls in a pool, you say, I'm done with it, pushing it under. But what happens? Eventually that beach ball comes back up. Sometimes, often when you don't expect it, or you just don't know, but it's going to come back up, right? You didn't really get rid of it. So if you allow yourself some time to experience these things, such as sadness and grief, such as discomfort, or any of the sad negative emotions you might have, even anxiety, give yourself some time to experience it without taking over your life. But when you choose to experience that, you choose to enlarge your capacity all the way around for the positive and the negative. So I just want to challenge you guys, when you don't want to feel a negative emotion, to give yourself some time to experience it, in a safe and loving way with yourself. Don't judge yourself for having those, because in the 50-50 of life, it's going to increase your ability to feel emotions that you want to feel. So I think that's something we can all work on. So I want to hear what you guys think about this. So you can contact me through my email, amyelkinscoaching@gmail.com, or you can also find me on Facebook and Instagram at Amy Elkins Coaching. And just send me a message, either on the email or on the messaging on Facebook or Instagram. Let me know what you're thinking. If you have any questions, I'd love to hear from you. So thank you for joining me this time at Strong as You Think, and we'll see you next time. Bye.